cover someone very wrong. Cover someone with you. Look at the way you are standing. Cover with you.
Pray! Stand at ease! Good morning, Mom. Okay. Pray! Stand at ease! Pray! General salute! Present arms! Pray! Show day arms! Day arms!
International Women's Day Trade Conference. 4 of 98 individuals drawn from the Ghana Army, the Ghana Navy, and the Ghana Air Force were the all-female band on parade, ready for inspection. Captain Daniela Akufo-Addo reporting, sir.
Pray! In class order! March! Fall! 3 ranks! Pray! In open order! March! Pray! Stand at ease! Pray! Rifle exercise at a halt! Working on the up system. Up!
Somebody in this thing fall down. On behalf of the Chief of the Defense Staff, Vice Admiral Seth Amwama, and the Military High Command, I welcome you all to Bema Hall for the celebration of the 2023 edition of the International Women's Day. International Women's Day hinges on gender mainstreaming. And gender mainstreaming basically requires that we take into consideration the needs of both males and females in all activities, be them operational, administrative, logistics, and so forth. Gender mainstreaming also requires tasking the best qualified person for any given task. It also requires us to give personnel equal opportunity in terms of resources, training, deployment, just to mention a few. This is to ensure that no sex is marginalized or discriminated. As a male-dominated institution, it is important to focus a little more on the female personnel to bring them apart with their male counterparts, and that calls for gender. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, over the past decades, the Military High Command has made progress in gender mainstreaming, equality, and equity, especially in the areas of recruitment and enlistment, as well as retention of women in the Ghana Armed Forces. And I must say that these efforts are yielding fruits. From a few things, the Ghana Armed Forces can now boast of thousands of female personnel, officers and soldiers alike, across all ranks and departments. Females are now posted into team arms, that's the combat unit, which used to be the reserve of men. Females are also now allowed to participate in several courses, such as Young Officers Course, Combat Team Commanders, Fleet Boards, Sergeant Major courses, among many others. On the peacekeeping front, Ghana Armed Forces presents not less than 15% of women in all UN peace missions, which is about the mandatory 10% by the United Nations as far as contingents are concerned. The Ghana Armed Forces also deploys female engagement platoons and currently has deployed 20% of females on UN mission in Lebanon. This is the highest in the whole world, and I think the Military High Command deserves an applause. All these have been made possible due to systematic mainstreaming within Ghana Armed Forces with support from our partners. The Akufo-Addo International Peacekeeping Training Center, the Women, Peace and Security Institute at the Center, Global Affairs Canada, the LC Initiative, and the Canadian High Commission, and we are grateful to them. One of the major turning points in the gender mainstreaming efforts was the celebration of the 60th anniversary of females in the Ghana Armed Forces in 2019. This celebration enjoyed massive support from the Military High Command, and we are eternally grateful. I would like to thank the Military High Command for the increased opportunity offered all, especially females. I would also like to acknowledge our partners once again, as the Akufo-Addo International Peacekeeping Training Center, Women, Peace and Security Institute at the Akufo-Addo Training Center, the LC Initiative, Global Affairs Canada, and the High Commission of Canada in Ghana for their invaluable support. To all females, especially those within the Ghana Armed Forces, including our defense civilian staff, I wish you a memorable and a happy International Women's Day.
First, I'd like to congratulate the Ghana Armed Forces for organizing today's event. Building on the success of last year's inaugural event, Canada is honored and pleased to again be supporting the Ghana Armed Forces celebration of International Women's Day. We commend the organizing committee for its efforts and recognize Captain Veronica Ahin, the General Policy Advisor to the Chief of Defense Staff, for her leadership. We are indeed pleased to see the continuation of what appears to be a new Ghana Armed Forces tradition. committed to advancing gender equality and women's empowerment in all aspects of society, including the defense and security sector. This commitment is why Canada launched the LC Initiative for Women in Peace Operations, an initiative that aims to increase the meaningful participation of military and police women in UN peace operations. In the context of the military forces that deploy to peacekeeping and to peacekeeping missions themselves, meaningful participation means going beyond a focus on merely the number of women. This means that within the armed forces and in peacekeeping missions, women are represented across all ranks and functions, including in senior ranks and senior leadership positions. It also means that women are deployed to missions and are assigned to roles that correspond to their abilities, qualifications, experience, and training, unconstrained by gender stereotypes. Meaningful participation means that the working environments in mission and in the military forces that deploy to peacekeeping missions, women are provided the same access and opportunity as their male colleagues, and that these operating environments are free of gender-based discrimination and sexual harassment. This is the ultimate aim of the LC Initiative. We are proud of our bilateral partnership with Ghana. We're also proud to be providing technical assistance and training to support Ghana's armed forces, gender mainstreaming efforts, and peacekeeping goals. Canada also commends Ghana for its leadership in hosting the next UN Peacekeeping Ministerial meeting next December. We are pleased to see that women in peacekeeping is one of the topics that will be addressed. As a precursor to the ministerial meeting, Canada will be co-hosting with Bangladesh and Uruguay a preparatory conference on women in peace operations in May. This year, the theme of Ghana's Armed Forces International Women's Day is Enhancing Ghana Armed Forces Innovative Gender Equity Strides for an Inclusive Force. This theme encourages us all to reflect on different and creative ways for Ghana's armed forces to attain an institutional culture that is more inclusive for both women and men. It also provides us an opportunity to recognize the significant progress Ghana's armed forces has already achieved within its gender equity efforts in a relatively short time frame. Job well done. We are thankful for the Ghana Armed Forces for being such an innovative, action-oriented, and committed partner on the LC Initiative. We recognize your leadership not only in your contributions to peacekeeping, but also in your commitment to gender mainstreaming within the forces. To illustrate this leadership, let me mention just a few examples. The Ghana Armed Forces are one of the world's largest contributors of women peacekeepers, consistently exceeding the targets of the UN's Uniform Gender Parity Strategy. The Ghana Armed Forces was the first military institution in the world to complete and publish its results of a barrier assessment entitled Measuring Opportunities for Women in Peace Operations, otherwise known as the MOWIP Barrier Assessment. The MOWIP is a groundbreaking methodology developed through the LC Initiative to better understand the challenges and opportunities facing military and police women in deploying to UN peacekeeping missions. The recommendations from the Ghana Armed Forces MOWIP report have informed the programming that is now underway through the LC Initiative. As is in all long-standing institutions, Ghana Armed Forces have benefited from the many women from within its ranks who have served as role models and trailblazers. Some of their stories have been highlighted in Ghana's Armed Forces MOHIP report. With support from Canada and the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, Ghana Armed Forces are currently undertaking a garrison tour across the country to raise awareness of gender equity at all levels and to help prepare leadership and personnel for enhanced gender mainstreaming efforts in order to advance women throughout the ranks of the Ghana Armed Forces. I have been informed that the garrison tour has been successful to date, with the team having established an environment where participants feel comfortable and empowered to share personal experiences and opinions. Indeed, it is through such dialogue where change begins. The Government of Canada is grateful to be part of this effort. We remain committed to supporting Ghana Armed Forces in its gender mainstreaming efforts and peacekeeping goals. Our aim remains to enable all personnel, regardless of gender, to attain their full potential and to the benefit of the Ghana Armed Forces and becoming an even more effective national institution. By enabling women to serve on the basis of their abilities rather than gender, you are also creating an optimized environment for domestic and international operations, thereby enhancing your success as a major troop contributor within the UN peacekeeping community. My very best wishes to you all on this International Women's Day. Thank you. Merci. Midasi.
In order to harness efforts and take action to drive gender parity. Indeed, this year's International Women's Day theme on embracing equity resonates with us at the Akufo-Addo International Peacekeeping Training Center, as we have over the years placed premium on the inclusion of women in the peace and security processes. Our collaboration with Ghana Forces to celebrate this day under the theme, and I quote, enhancing Ghana Forces innovative gender equity strive for an inclusive force, unquote. It's a testament to years of cooperation between the Akufo-Addo International Peacekeeping Training Center and Ghana Forces at enhancing female participation within the peace and security architecture. As we mark this important day, it is noteworthy to acknowledge that the world has raised important strides in the participation of women in peacekeeping missions over the period. Data from the United Nations indicates that in 1993, women made up only 1% of deployed uniformed personnel. In 2022, the UN was targeting 9% female deployment among uniformed contingent for its peacekeeping missions. Ghana had the seventh highest contributor to UN peacekeeping missions, deployed about 15% women in 2022. That's exceeding women's set target for the year, which is 9%. I would like to congratulate the Ghana Forces for its leadership and commitment to achieving this enviable success. The success of the Ghana Forces has placed Ghana on a high pedestal in global gender and peacekeeping organizations, flying high the flag of our beloved country. This notwithstanding, there remain structural and traditional barriers that hinder the full participation of women in internal operations at home as well as in the national peacekeeping operations. These barriers, such as gender roles, social inclusion, and infrastructure deficits, are likely to erode against the if not others. The Akufo-Addo International Peacekeeping Training Center, through its Women, Peace and Security Institute, has since 2018 collaborated with armed forces by embarking on research, providing technical assistance, and collaborating on various trainings to firstly identify these barriers and then develop strategies to enhance armed forces personnel capacity to address these gender gaps. Thus creating equal opportunities for both male and female personnel. Work mentioned in our collaboration is undertaking of barrier assessment research under the LC Initiative project, which offered an opportunity to understand the strengths, challenges, and opportunities in increasing and achieving meaningful participation of female personnel in peacekeeping. We are currently collaborating with Armed Forces, Global Affairs Canada, and the LC Initiative to implement 2 projects, which, among others, will support the development of a gender policy for the Ghana Force, organize male and staff officers courses for qualified female personnel, sensitize personnel on issues of gender and the Ghana Force's gender mainstreaming agenda, and educate girls in secondary and tertiary institutions on career opportunities for women in the Ghana Forces. Our Peace and Security Institute continues to offer technical support to gender advisors and gender focal persons for the Ghana Forces. On behalf of the Center, I would like to thank the Military High Command for its trust in the KAIPTC and the close collaboration and friendship between our institutions in our shared commitment to promoting gender equality. We also appreciate the government of Canada for its commitment for addressing gender equality through the establishment of the LC Initiative for Women in Peacekeeping. The Akufo-Addo International Peacekeeping Training Center is delighted to be associated with this great initiative and its transformative role in changing the gender dynamics in peacekeeping operations. Women continue to play an instrumental role in the development of our nation and remain core to achieving sustainable peace and security. As we celebrate International Women's Day today and reflect on the Ghana Force Gender Equity Strikes, may our discussion urge us on our commitment to achieve equal opportunities for women and men in the Ghana Forces. I salute the women, especially working women in challenging and innovative spaces such as the armed forces and various security services, redefining the status quo and gender spaces. We at the Akufo-Addo International Peacekeeping Training Center celebrate the successes, joy, and resilience of women all over the world. We continue to collaborate for the promotion and development of meaningful participation of African women in all peace processes. Together, let's embrace everything. I thank you.
I still want to acknowledge the High Commissioner of Canada to Ghana, who just left here. So please convey my warm wishes to her. Commandant Akufo-Addo International Peacekeeping Training Center, Formation Commanders, Directors General, our partners from Global Affairs Canada and Women, Peace and Security Institute of the Akufo-Addo International Peacekeeping Training Center, officers, distinguished guests, the forces sergeant, service and command sergeant majors, soldiers, defense civilian staff, our dear friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. I bring you warm greetings from the Chief of the Defense Staff and the rest of the military high command. As CS has asked me to inform you that you have wished to be here personally, but we are aware that today the President will give the State of the Nation address, and so the seniors and the seven chiefs and other senior officers are there. And that is why we have these numbers. To have these numbers is a testimony of the seriousness and commitment of the Ghana Armed Forces to gender issues. I also wish all of us a very good morning and warm welcome to all of us to Ghana Hall for the 2023 International Women's Day celebration. All of the things I'm going to say have been said already, but I believe I'll still go on them for emphasis, because they go to establish the primacy of female mainstream or gender mainstream in developing our society. International Women's Day celebration is an occasion to acknowledge the efforts of women from all walks of life, and also we dedicate ourselves to effectively and meaningfully mainstream gender affairs so as to create a fair and equitable environment for all, especially our female counterparts. The global theme for this year's celebration is digital innovation and technology for gender equality. The Ghana Armed Forces as women in the information communication technology department who are doing extremely well. We have chosen to highlight the great strides the Ghana Armed Forces is making by creating an equal and equitable working environment for female personnel in the military. Thus, the Ghana Armed Forces theme for the International Women's Day celebration is enhancing the Armed Forces innovative gender equity strides for an inclusive force. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to acknowledge that the Ghana Armed Forces have had women in this role for the past 65 years. The first female officer was enlisted in 1958, a year after Ghana gained independence. By 1962, the first set of 12 female soldiers were recruited. Ghana Armed Forces trained the first female pilots by 1963, and that was the first in ECOWAS sub-region. Since then, the numbers and roles of women have increased exponentially. Slowly but steadily, the military high command has made conscious efforts by enlisting and recruiting females into either two male-only roles. Thus, all units and branches, including combats, are open to women in the Ghana Armed Forces. The biggest single unit in the Ghana Armed Forces, 37 British hospitals, is commanded by a woman. And she said, please, see, can you rifle? The transport battalion of the Ghana Armed Forces, the first is a woman currently, she's here. The first and efficient drill sergeant of the Ghana Military Academy is the woman, she's here. Go on and on and on. So these examples are just a testimony of the sincerity and commitment of the Ghana Armed Forces to gender mainstream. There has been an increase in the promotion of women into senior strategic positions in the Ghana Armed Forces. And this we know. We have 4 brigadier generals, 4 females. Let's start for that. Deputy Force Commanders, Defense Advisors, Director General. So the Armed Forces being giant strides in this respect. The Ghana Armed Forces can also boast of about 80% of women, which is far above the UN gender parity effort of 10% as of this year. These efforts have been further boosted through the Ghana Armed Forces collaboration with Canada, through the LC Initiative for Women in Peace Operations, and the Akufo-Addo International Peacekeeping Training Centers, Women, Peace and Security Institute. The Ghana Armed Forces is the first military in the world to have undertaken the measuring of opportunities for women in peace operations assessment and published results on by only 3 years. The assessment revealed some positive strides when replicated in other militaries around the world. It also highlighted some areas that require addressing.
So on the occasion of International Women's Day, we wish a man a happy occasion and a memorable occasion. Now Women's Day a ma and women yen rededicate ye ho say ye be ye ho ne aye dwumaden profession biara wo so wo military so we doctor so we teacher ye ho so be ye wadwuma ni yie so the be we can build more future generations so that women and men we can all work together and ensure that our country develops well as we move forward. And I wish all women the best on this special occasion. But it is a time for us to rededicate our effort. We are able to first and foremost meet our target and go beyond the UN target because Military High Command has set the agenda. Military penyumfo omo de atom akoma so so omo ba ma emane mama nyina aye asra adwuma no enti in our recruitment in our enlistment Military High Command ensures say ye fa emma and ye fa emema na yɛmfa man no only to clericals or nursing. Yes, said yɛmfa man all the branches. Na me kan I'm said during my speech I said it in the combat unit. Uko navy or buy a captain of a ship or not the ship ne ko not the ship ne ba. Uko air force a ye ma omo flying aircraft ni nyina. Army so sa enti ye mpanyimfo na agi esi omuni so mbe ma armed forces no ebe ye emema ene emma edwuma. And until I yet me a meeting a target, no, we have even gone beyond our targets. Yes.
Come